Ever wondered why some people can't stand the noise of a crowded room or the bright lights of a city at night? Are they just sensitive, or is there more to it? You see, there's a phenomenon known as sensory overload, which often surfaces post-brain injury or stroke. Picture your brain as a supercomputer, processing a myriad of information from your senses every second. Now imagine if that supercomputer were damaged. Suddenly, the everyday symphony of sounds, smells, and visuals can become a cacophony of overwhelming stimuli. It's like trying to listen to a dozen radio stations at once. That's sensory overload. The brain, post-injury, can struggle with processing this influx of daily information, leading to feelings of anxiety, distress, and confusion. It's a bit like trying to drink from a fire hose. So that's sensory overload for you, not just a case of being overly sensitive, but a complex neurological phenomenon that can make everyday life challenging. Brain injuries are complex, and they impact different people in different ways. But knowing which part of the brain is affected can shed some light on the mystery. For instance, the brain is made up of several different lobes, each responsible for different functions. The primary motor cortex, nestled within the frontal lobe, is the hub of our motor functions, and injury here could lead to difficulties with movement and coordination. Then, there's the frontal lobe. This is the control center for our personality and communication. It's where we process language and control our behavior. So, when this area is injured, it can lead to struggles with speech and impulsive, uninhibited behavior. Imagine trying to read three-letter words and finding it an insurmountable task, or not being able to restrain yourself from speaking your mind, even at inappropriate times. Brain injuries can drastically alter a person's behavior and abilities, but understanding the affected areas can provide some insight into these changes. Brain injuries and sensory overload can present significant challenges, but understanding these conditions is the first step to overcoming them. When faced with sensory overload, it can be helpful to gradually reintroduce stimuli. This process of relearning and adjusting can help manage the overwhelming rush of information, making the world a little less chaotic. It's also important to remember that sharing your experiences can provide comfort to others facing the same trials. You're not just a survivor, you're a beacon of hope, showing that it's possible to navigate this new reality. Globally, strokes and brain injuries affect a staggering 15 million people each year, changing the lives of not just those individuals but their families too. But in this vast sea of people, nobody has to feel alone. Remember, you are not alone in this journey, and every step you take towards understanding and managing your condition is a victory.